Have you ever felt like someone was using your love, guilt, or fear to control your actions? Imagine this. A friend says, "If you don't help me, I don't think I'll be able to handle it." Or a partner warns, "If you leave, I'll ruin my life." These aren't just emotional appeals. They're powerful tactics of control called emotional blackmail. Do you know how to recognize it? Welcome to Infinite Core Psychology, where we unravel the hidden dynamics of dark psychology. Today, we're exploring emotional blackmail, what it is, how it works, how you can protect yourself from falling into its trap, and even how it is used. Let's begin. What is emotional blackmail? Emotional blackmail is a manipulative tactic where someone uses your emotions, like guilt, fear, or love, to get what they want. It's a way of controlling you by creating emotional pressure, making you feel responsible for their well-being or actions. It often shows up in close relationships where there's already a strong emotional bond. For instance, a parent might say, "After all I've done for you, this is how you repay me." Or a partner might declare, "If you truly loved me, you would do this for me." These statements are designed to manipulate your feelings and push you into compliance. The core of emotional blackmail lies in exploiting your vulnerabilities, creating a scenario where you feel trapped between your emotions and the manipulator's demands. The 6 stages of emotional blackmail. Psychologist Susan Forward outlined 6 stages of emotional blackmail. First comes the demand, where the manipulator makes an unreasonable or one-sided request, like, "You need to spend all your free time with me." Next is resistance, where you naturally push back, perhaps saying, "I need time for myself too." This is followed by pressure, where guilt or fear is applied with statements like, "You're being selfish. Don't you care about me?" Then come threats, which introduce consequences, such as, "If you don't do this, I'll never forgive you." Eventually, compliance occurs, where you give in, saying, "Fine, I'll do it," just to stop the pressure. Finally, there's repetition. Once successful, the manipulator repeats the pattern to maintain control. Each stage feeds into the next, creating a cycle that becomes increasingly difficult to break. How emotional blackmail is used. Understanding how emotional blackmail is applied can help you recognize it or even use it responsibly in unique situations where moral boundaries are clear. In negotiations, it may involve appealing to emotions to drive a point home, such as highlighting how a decision impacts others to encourage responsibility. For example, a team leader might say, "If we don't complete this project on time, the entire team's reputation could be at stake." In relationships, it could mean framing desired behavior as emotionally significant, like saying, "This means so much to me because it shows you care." In persuasion, it might involve emphasizing urgency with statements like, "If this doesn't happen now, it could lead to bigger problems later." These tactics rely on subtle manipulation but can sometimes be used ethically to motivate or emphasize priorities, as long as they do not harm others or undermine autonomy. Why it works and its impact. Emotional blackmail works because it targets your deepest vulnerabilities. The manipulator might exploit your fear of rejection, your sense of responsibility, or your need for approval. For example, they might say, "I thought you were the only one who understood me," creating a sense of obligation. Over time, this erodes your boundaries and self-esteem, leaving you feeling helpless and stuck. The impact can be profound. Victims often feel constant guilt, anxiety, and resentment. If left unchecked, it can strain or destroy relationships, leaving both parties feeling bitter and disconnected. Emotional blackmail doesn't just harm the victim. It also perpetuates unhealthy dynamics for the manipulator, reinforcing their reliance on control rather than open communication. How to recognize and resist emotional blackmail. Breaking free from emotional blackmail begins with recognizing the pattern. If someone's requests consistently make you feel guilty or afraid, it's a red flag. Set boundaries by clearly communicating what you will and won't accept, such as saying, "I understand you're upset, but I can't make this decision out of fear." Call out the manipulation gently but firmly. For example, "It feels like you're trying to make me feel guilty to get your way. Can we talk about this differently?" Seek support from someone you trust or consult a therapist. Staying calm is crucial. Emotional blackmail thrives on heightened emotions, so taking a step back to think before responding can help you regain control. For example, if someone says, If you don't do this, I don't know what I'll do. You can respond with, I'm here to help you, but I can't make decisions based on threats or pressure. Now, empowering yourself with awareness and clear communication is key to breaking the cycle. Emotional blackmail can be deeply damaging, but understanding how it works is the first step to protecting yourself. Remember, you have the right to your own choices and emotions. Before we wrap up, here's a question for you. Have you ever felt manipulated by someone's silence or withdrawal of affection? That's another dark psychology tactic called silent treatment, and it's what we'll explore in our next video. Until then, take care of your mind and stay strong.